party hats. Boom, boom.
The whole go bang bang here.
Let us begin.
I want you to keep an eye out for the Boogity Man.
VHS Bandits.
Boogie! Boogie! Boo!
VHS Bandits.
Welcome to Coxwell
Don't
Academy.
need no DVDs, don't need no Betamax. These are the VHS Bandits.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of VHS Bandits. This week we watched Smart House. Let's pop in the tape.
Ben Cooper has just won a computerized home for his family.
We won?
Complete with a cyber housekeeper programmed by the clever inventor Sarah Barnes. But when Dad starts dating her, emotions run haywire.
I don't want anyone to get the idea that we need a new mom.
And Ben's not the only one threatened.
You can't be our mother, Pat. You're not real. So?
Now this smart family has to pull together to deprogram a very smart house. It's Disney Channel's original movie, Smart House. Tomorrow at 8/7 Central on Disney Channel.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey everybody, welcome again to this week's episode of VHS Bandits. I'm your co-host, the KevBot. Here with me, as always, is...
Topher Hansen.
Topher Hansen.
That's me.
And we are Dane Trainless.
I know.
The Dane Train has come off. The caboose is loose.
This is the second Dane Trainless episode. Oh my gosh. How does it feel? Weird. We miss you, Dane Train.
We do. We miss you, Dane Train.
But
it feels weird.
Yeah.
No, but we'll get through it.
Now you know the feeling when there's when you had a child of your own and had to be a responsible father. Why didn't you just move into a smart house and have an artificial intelligent mom raise your child?
Because the smart house entries only allowed one entry per person, unlike this one, which was clearly rigged.
Yeah, this kid definitely rigged the system and should be ineligible for any smart house prize. But anyway, the moral of the story is if you cheat, you win. Which this kid did.
Yeah.
So anyway.
A whole multi-million-dollar house.
It's a very blank check in that regard.
It is, yeah.
Because he's a thief. So it's we got Smart House. It's a Disney Channel original made for TV movie. And
released on VHS.
Yes, released on VHS. And I got this tape. I think I got it from Amoeba, which is moving their headquarters. I've gotten a lot of tapes from them. Hopefully they still have VHS when they come back.
Hopefully. You've gotten some good finds from there.
Dude, I got Stone Cold from there. I got a shitload of Joe Somebodies to record over for the Christmas movie. And Smart House. So, I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty well. Joe Somebody, not a great movie.
No.
Not too great.
Is that a good movie? I don't think so, Tim. Because it's got Tim Allen in it. Hey,
I do love me some Tim Allen. I think I got Big Trouble there, too. I think I got it there. That is a good Tim Allen movie. Nobody's seen it. It's okay.
No. We'll have to do an episode on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. He drives a Geo Metro, and I saw it in the theater with my dad, who at the time drove a Geo Metro, and they're like it's like a running joke how shitty the car is, and I'm like, oh no. It's true.
Was your dad like, that's my car?
He's probably none too happy about having his car showcased in such a manner. But it is a shitty car. Anyway, Smart House. Not a shitty house, I'll tell you that.
Nope. Why don't you go ahead and describe and read the box?
All right. What's this lady's name? in real life. It'll probably tell me, I guess, on the back. I don't know. But anyway, so it stars Peggy.
Katie Siegel?
Katie Siegel.
Let's pull up the old internet machine.
But it's
yeah, Katie Siegel.
There you go. Katie Siegel, aka Peggy from Married with Children. She's an artificial intelligence housewoman. I don't know how to. I think that sums it up pretty good.
Yeah, perfect.
But on the cover, you got so you got the house. It's a different house that's in the movie. I'm pretty sure it's a different house. And you got Katie Siegel is busting out of the roof, but kind of more so like a ghost. Like she's kind of fading into it.
Kind of, yeah. No structural damage to the house at all.
No.
She's just towering above it.
If this was a theater movie, that would have happened, but it's made for TV. Directed by LeVar Burton, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How wild is that?
That is so crazy. I have no idea that he directed anything. And he did a fucking knock-up job with Smart House, I'll tell you that.
He sure did.
So anyway, so it's got her. She's like bursting out of the house, except like more so like a big ghost. She's a giant ghost. And then it's got the family, like look all facing towards the camera, but also looking up at the sky. And whoever's ever at the photo shoot was like, look up and go, whoa, hey, what's this? What's happening now with this? There's a big Peggy up in the sky. Go, wowee. Oh boy. So they're all doing that. And it says Smart House. When the computer at home has opinions of her own. And it's got the little original
Horror movie
movie
tagline
from the Disney Channel, seal of approval. It's from Hollywood Video, actually. Originally, I didn't get it at Hollywood Video, but it is a former rental. Visit them online at hollywoodvideo.com if you're so inclined.
So it is kind of towards the end of the life of VHS tapes, because
it came out in 99.
Websites. Yeah.
Well, this is Hollywood Video. This movie has websites.
It does.
This is like AOL keyword website era. And okay, so the back of the box reads, "It's high-tech hilarity. The whole family will love when high school science whiz Ben Cooper goes online to win a computerized smart house specifically designed to make life easier." Kevin, give us some smart house music. But instead, his family existence becomes more troublesome than ever when Ben tries to put a glitch in his widowed father's love life. The smart house takes on a virtual motherly identity who not only becomes overly possessive at the Coopers, but replicates herself into Pat's personal applied technology. An out-of-control mother like no other, smothering, stubborn, and dangerously undeletable. It's up to Ben to match wits with Pat's central intelligence and outsmart the smart house once and for all. Who will survive? It doesn't have that part. This is a fucking horror movie.
It's a Disney horror movie.
It's as close as, like, since Mr. Boogedy, has Disney not made a scarier movie?
It could have been a lot darker, but man, if you take that storyline and describe it to someone, they'd be like, murderous house, you say?
Yeah, it is. It really is. Which I would have loved to see. This movie, like, she almost kills a child in this movie. Almost.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. Yeah. How out of left field would that be? That would have totally changed, not totally changed the tone of the movie, but it would have made it more intense.
I would have.
But better, maybe?
I think.
Not to say it was a bad movie.
No, like, no joke.
If she just slaughtered some person, it'd just be like, okay, I see where this is going.
Yeah, it's like The Carpenter, and it's It's basically like the Carpenter. If the Carpenter, instead of a person, was like the entire house. And it's like the Carpenter meets the new Child's Play remake meets Johnny Tsunami. With that Disney Channel poppy flair and the AI of Child's Play trying to kill everybody, and the house aspect of the Carpenter. I think this is dude. I loved this movie. This is my first time seeing it. I know movie. You just saw it last month, and I didn't.
I did. It is available on Disney Plus.
Yeah, watch it.
But we watched it on tape, but my wife and I did watch it on Disney Plus last month.
Yeah,
I've seen it multiple times before. Not a lot, but like if it was on Disney, like on TV, give it a watch.
Oh yeah,
Disney original movies have some pretty solid, pretty solid content.
You got a good track record.
Let's go into the trailers because there's a couple here that they touch upon.
Oh yeah, if you like Disney Channel original movies, I mean you'll like this Disney Channel original movie and its trailers.
Yeah, which it was awesome that this tape had trailers and wasn't just like, hey, here's a movie.
Oh, you know Disney wants to make that money. They can't not plug their other movies.
No, not. They gotta do it. So the first one we see is 102 Dalmatians, which
also a scary
kind of weird trailer. Yeah. Then they had not Angels in the Outfield, but the sequel, Angels in the Infield.
With what's his name? David Alan Grier.
Yeah.
And he goes up to this girl like behind her, and he's like, "Hey kid, come with me. I'm an angel."
You want some baseball?
Hey, how much baseball you want? What kind of baseball you looking for, kid?
And then Putty or The Tick, depending on what you like to watch. I forget the guy's name.
David Warburton.
Yeah, Patrick Warburton.
Oh, Patrick Warburton. Yeah, not David.
Yeah.
I was still on my David Alan Grier path.
That's all right. Then we had Xenon, Girl of the 21st century.
One of those centuries. If you know which century Xenon is from, email us at thevhsbandits@gmail.com.
Yeah, John, email us.
Yeah, you definitely know.
Which the Xenon movie first and Xenon the sequel were pretty good movies. Not sequel, Zequel with a Z.
Oh yeah. If I ever get lucky enough to make a sequel to a movie, I'm just gonna no matter the tone, I need to force the investors to accept the fact that's going to be called, I don't know, House of Blood 2, the sequel.
Well, Alvin and the Chipmunks already took the squeakquel. So.
Fuck!
Shit! Goddamn chipmunks.
Sons of bitches.
Then you had a weird double trailer for this movie, Smart House, and Mail to the Chief, which is a weird premise.
Dude,
where
the opening line of the trailer is Randy Quaid is the President of the United States of America, or whatever. The Commander-in-Chief, Randy Quaid.
And apparently he gets all his advice from some 12-year-old via email. Sets off multiple red. If Randy Quaid as President of the United States didn't send off enough red flags.
Hey, he killed the alien. He fought off the aliens, man. It's thanks to him that we even have a United States.
True. Then the fact that he gets his answers,
I think that
by email, red flag from a 12-year-old.
Hey, he was 14.
Red flag.
He was 14.
Oh, 14. Not as big. 2 inches less of a red flag.
It's actually probably worse. I'd rather have a 12 because the 14-year-old is going to be way more horny minded minded than the 12-year-old, I think.
Yeah.
I don't
could
know.
be.
Yeah, and a dick.
But then we get into the movie.
Smart House.
And turns out.
And there was
we
also
open
this
with-
rad. Sorry to cut you off.
That's okay.
There's this rad like Disney Channel. You know how the Disney Channel, whenever in their like bumpers on the TV, they'd like go through like this like Disney city, and like then some screen would pop up or whatever. So they had this like CGI, like 1999 CGI limousine fly into the screen over this like pasture, and then it like opens up and like CGI popcorn and soda comes up, and then a screen comes up out of the trunk, and it's just one of those awesome Disney Channel bumpers that gets you ready for that Saturday night movie. And it does it twice. Once before the trailers and then after.
And we had a little technical difficulty, so we watched it maybe 4 or 5
Yeah.
times. But that's okay.
Hey, worth it.
Then we jump into the movie. And where does it start? It starts with the kid Ben
Playing basketball? No, it starts with Paperboy.
Oh, the Paperboy.
Some random
right.
Paperboy, yeah. Who is not the main character.
And he's not in the Paper Brigade at all. He is a terrible Paperboy. He would get fired and lose houses. You would lose the first level of Paperboy the game with this Paperboy.
Yeah, he needs to, watch his skills. So go write a letter to the president and, you're 14, go run our country. You can't even throw a paper around to the porch.
Dear Randy Quaid, fire my Paperboy.
Yeah.
He's like throwing papers in the sprinklers and the bushes, and
yeah, they're all
just
getting
generally
lost.
Being a not give a shit little kid. And Smart House talks to him, being like, "Hey, quit throwing the papers like shit. I'm gonna remember you." And then a giant Dr. Octopus arm comes out of the side of the house, and the kid's just like, "Okay."
Yeah, he's not scared or anything. It's like house comes alive. Wait, he said there's a lot of. Oh, that was a different kid. But there's when the house talks, he's like, "Huh, who is that?"
The kids in this movie are so unfazed by the Smart House. They're just
like half asleep.
Yeah.
Smart houses aren't cool.
This movie, or I don't know, I'm guessing the tape's probably released the same year, 1999. So maybe kids are just expecting, next year's the year 2000 and everything's going to be like this.
In the year 2000, smart houses will rule the streets and eat your paper boys. Thanks, Conan.
Really hit the nail on the head there. Takes the paper, and then we see Sarah, who programmed / designed / did everything for the house, I guess. She's
one woman smart house inventor.
She's the carpenter. She's Mrs. the Carpenter.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's Mrs. the Smart House Carpenter. She built the whole thing, including the magnetic wallpaper and the super duper panic safe room control room.
Yeah, this movie needs Winghauser in the worst way. And she's got some other guy with her. I don't know what he has no reason to be in this movie.
Not really. He doesn't play a role except for close to the end.
Yeah, but he really doesn't even do anything there.
PR or something? I have no idea. They don't really go into a whole lot of like
who this guy is.
Yeah.
It's just
why they built the Smart House, besides that there's a
where
contest to give it away.
It's just, it seems like it's some like weird government plot, or to test out the mental capacity and breaking points of the average American family. I think this was
maybe
all
just
set
some
up.
eccentric millionaire who's just wants to play a game in the Smart House.
Yeah. Oh man, it does have like this very Saw feeling, or like the Russian sleep
maybe there was
experiment.
another hidden room somewhere We don't know. This house is like a warehouse.
You're right. It's huge.
It's freaking huge.
It is very much like the house in Ex Machina, and except that the robot is like the house itself, and
right.
This is a fucking horror movie. I'm gonna say it again. It's
a feel-good horror movie for the whole family.
Yeah, it really is. That is a great way of putting it. So yeah, we meet her, and she built the house. And then we go to the kid who's making breakfast pasta, cream of breakfast pasta.
Cream of breakfast pasta. He pulls some boiling noodles off the stove and rinses them, which I don't know last time you made pasta, but does anyone else out there rinse their pasta after cooking it? That doesn't make sense to me.
I don't think that's how you... But I never made cream of pasta breakfast soup before, so
Yeah.
I don't want to judge.
It seems by the time, in the movie, it's like morning time.
Yes, it is.
He's making this
going,
pasta,
getting ready
and
for
he's
school.
opening a can of soup, and he puts the pasta and the soup in a thing and throws it in the oven and runs out of the house.
That's so gross.
Picking up the little sister for something. I have no idea. And they got cream of breakfast soup or pasta.
Cream of pasta breakfast souperoni. Oh my God. It's so gross. What kind of soup do you think that was? Cream of mushroom?
I thought it was, cream of mushroom. I have no idea.
Worcester
no
sauce.
idea.
Cream sauce. Breakfast.
Scrambles cream of breakfast pasta.
Scrambled crumbles, cream of Worcester cream sauce breakfast edition. Now in green. Seafoam green.
Now in 20-year-old Spider-Man pasta.
Gross.
So this is the kid who's entering all the smart
you
house.
You just meet the kids in.
Yeah. And there's the dad, and he works for a
baseball company.
Something? I don't know. He comes home and he has a bag for a basketball. So you can carry your basketball when you're carrying your basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all adds up. Everything makes sense.
Yeah. Don't worry about the details.
No.
So the kid, Ben, he's he's just flooding the entries with of the contest.
He's
with
just
his
spamming
info.
it on his
he
iMac.
read the fine print, and he that's right. This is Apple branded movie. You see one PC and then you never see it again. Lots of iMacs.
Something tells me the smart house doesn't run on Mac OS, though. I'm just saying. It's probably a Linux-based OS.
Could be.
It makes sense.
I don't know. Maybe it runs off an Atari 7600.
Could be.
Maybe
It'd be
it
a
runs
Jaguar,
off a Jaguar
at this point. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I think they did. I don't know. They played. It wasn't a Jaguar controller, but they had these big fucking weird like Rad Cats or Mad Cats controllers. The ones with like the trackball instead of a fucking D-pad.
Yeah.
Playing
who had
space game in the wall.
Who liked that? Yeah.
Nobody.
B-roll footage of CG space adventure fighter game. The Star Tours Reject footage from Disney.
I remember Tom the Bomb had one of the older like iMacs, and he had the mouse with the trackball, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. Yeah. But it's so difficult to use. It sucks, but it looks cool.
I remember getting one of those as a hand-me-down. I was like, oh, that's so awesome. It was after I got my first iPod, too. Shout out to Apple for iPods. Please make them again, because I like them.
Don't you have an iPhone?
Yeah,
Isn't it
I
the
do.
same thing?
kinda. But I like the iPod Classics. I like the click wheel.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm sure they'll come out with some like nostalgia grab version of it and charge
be, and I'll
charge
buy-
$1,000 for it.
Ugh. Hopefully, I won't sell my son for it. But I
Whoa,
mean,
I hope not.
yeah.
But I might trade him straight up.
I'll see what kind of store credit I can get.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
just
man.
need something that can hold like a good amount of
46 minutes of music. Yeah.
Oh, so that's what I tried to do. I tried to take the music I had on my PC and move it to the Mac, and it was an older iMac, so it was like 50 gig hard drive.
Oh man.
I was like, God, how can I run iMovie and iTunes at the same time?
Oh, that's a death wish. Oh man.
So I bricked it.
Yeah. You need a new
And I just threw it out.
it's the warning comes up. Warning, you need to buy a new Mac for $3,000 if you want to do anything anymore. Ha 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 ha. And so I did. Anyway, Smart House. Where are we?
Smart House.
So the family is the mom's dead, obviously, because it's a Disney Channel movie.
Main boy gets bullied. His little sister, and there's the dad.
I actually like the characters in this movie. I thought that LeVar Burton did a good job directing this movie. Yeah, and I guess he just so the scene where he puts in all the things to the contest on the email scam that he was pulling. It looks a lot like the Mr. Macintosh, like when he's looking at homes in Blank Check. It looks a lot like that computer, like fake internet interface. I love movie internet. This is a good one.
It is
movie
good.
internet,
and they actually got the detail right of the dad being like, "Are you on the internet all the time again? I need to use the phone."
Oh yeah, this was dial up.
Mm-hmm.
And
which does create a problem when they announce the winner of Smart House, because he's on the internet, so they can't get that phone call.
Yeah, but it's a fake problem because they just get the phone call anyway. You know,
Right.
It's just like it's not a real obstacle. It's just like, oh, they just left a message, and then they're like, oh, he goes to school, and then everyone's like, hey, congratulations, Ben or Billy or whatever the fuck your name is, and everyone's like being nice to him, and like the hot girl of the school is like, oh, hi, Ben.
Hot girl, quote unquote.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's like
The most
the coolest
the
girl
best
in
way to-
school.
what's the best way to describe her acting?
Bad.
The most piece of wood acting.
She's the hottest door in school.
So I told Melanie, and she was
No.
like,
Yeah.
he should invite us over for a party. And I was like, you ask him. She was like, you ask him. So I came to ask you. All right, like, see ya.
Oh my God. This school does not have a good roster of relationship potential for this young man.
And then, what about the bully, though?
So the bully is like, he's a big kid. Everyone is like age appropriate, which is something that Disney Channel movies, I think, do. I prefer my high schoolers in movies to be 30 years old. The actors, that's just me. But these are like age appropriate, or they actually look younger than high schools. They look like, I thought they were middle school. The back of the box says that they're in high school, so I don't know.
Really? Yeah, that definitely seemed middle school. Like late middle school. Like 8th grade, maybe? 7th, 8th grade.
But they're like 13, 14.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, I don't know.
Like 15 at the oldest, but I don't even, that's pushing it.
Yeah, that seems like a big stretch.
And so anyway, the bully, that just goes to the bully. And he's like a big kid, but like he hasn't fully gone through puberty. So he's like, hey, where's my math homework that you promised me? I'm gonna beat you up. And like the kid's like really scared of him. He's like, oh no. Like the nerdy kid who like is the main character, like his voice is lower than the bully who's like trying to intimidate him. And it doesn't even sound like the bully's like trying to act like, you know, you can lower your voice, you know, and be more intimidating. He doesn't have to be silly, but
man, I'm just intimidating by my looks.
Yeah, maybe he's inspired by Mike Tyson, I guess. That's the kind of bully he's going for.
And his aesthetic is late 90s, early 2000s PacSun mannequin.
Yeah, he kind of looks
with the spiky hair and the big ball chain necklace thing and the
oh man, yeah,
button-up shirt.
There's so much hair gel in this movie.
And just speculating some Airwalk shoes, maybe.
Yeah, the wardrobe is so 2000s. It's a lot of cargo pants, like hip button-up shirts over graphic tees, and Abercrombie / Hot Topic necklaces. And there you go. You got a 2000 kid. Or 1999 kid.
Yeah, they really got it down.
And yeah, so everyone finds out that he's won this house. And then I guess there's like this press conference and they're like, hey, this kid fucking won the house. He's not 18, which is probably in the rules to win a fucking house. But you know what? Whatever. He just did it. So now they're going to move in, blah, blah, blah. They moved in the house. And then it's like the architect lady is giving them a tour of the home, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, what is some goofy shit that happens?
Well, one thing she said is the AI. Oh, the house's name is Pat, which stands for something.
Yeah, it says on the back of the box. What? Let me find it here.
Yeah.
Personal applied technology.
Technology. It's like a learn as you go thing. So it's going to learn.
Oh my God.
Study them.
You're right. Because as soon as
learn them better than they know each other.
It is so creepy, dude. It is like, it's creepy because that's like, because there's all like, I've got to mute my thing right now. Alexas. Okay. There's a lot of Alexas and Siris and stuff right now. So it's like watching the past, a warning to the future of right now.
This is the OG Alexa.
So, and like they walk into their smart house and the little girl has to put her hand on this like scanning mechanism that like detects her bone density, like in Area 51, like Bob Lazar said, everybody, it's true, the technology exists. Anyway, so then it takes a sample of her blood and tissue and analyzes it, and it's like, you are 8 years old and 5 feet tall and blonde with brown eyes, and you had cinnamon French toast for lunch today and cream of breakfast soup.
And when you were 3, you had pneumonia.
And your mom is dead. And it's fucking creepy.
So, it is, and it did that for all of them.
Speaking
so
of,
now it knows them.
Which is pretty funny because today, I mean, this is just a non sequitur, but today, dude, it's all coming together. It is a warning to the future. Today was like one of the many congressional hearings of like Jeff Bezos and Zuckerberg and the Google guy, and all of them had to like defend themselves in Congress today.
And they all had to put their hand on a pat plate, and it took a itty bitty bit of their blood.
Help us! Help! The future is now. The smart houses are after us.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Hide your Roku sticks. Hide your
hide 'em in
Amazon
your
Fire tablets.
buttholes. Yeah, so the central vac will suck your dick if you want it to.
Ooh.
All you have to do is
How about
ask
that?
nicely. And slowly.
This house is so smart.
So smart it'll suck your dick.
For free.
And what other stuff? It makes them a smoothie.
This house
after
this house does
steals
it
her
all.
DNA, it makes her a smoothie.
It's got green screen walls and Muppet 4D technology. So if you want to be on the ocean, it'll spritz a little water at your face.
Muppet 4D technology.
And if there's rats loose, which there's mouse holes in this house for some reason, very well cut, cartoonish mouse holes.
Yeah, kind of like in Pee-wee's House for the Dinosaurs.
Exactly like that.
You imagine like the meeting when NASA came up with 4D Muppet technology? We finally perfected Muppet 4D technology. This is going to take us to Mars and put some spritzes.
Yeah, haven't you ever been to Walt Disney World?
I know what you're talking about. I haven't been on that ride, but I did the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids one where there's like, oh, there's mice under the seat. And it like slaps your legs.
Yeah. Yeah. It's exactly like that.
Yeah. And then it's like the Beast at the Cape Cod Mall where you go and did you ever do the Beast?
No, I don't think I did.
Yo, so the Beast was at the Cape Cod Mall. It was one of the fucking coolest things. In the 90s, it was probably at other malls too, but I specifically remember the Cape Cod Mall. It's a smart house related, people. Okay. So it's one of those rides that you get into this like enclosed thing. And it's like a big not a CCTV, but a big, old fucking TV. And it's like shows a roller coaster and it moves you around and stuff and like turns on a fan.
Oh, is it one of like the big tram looking things where the whole thing just goes?
Yeah, it just shakes and moves up and down. Yeah, dude, I thought that was the coolest shit.
Was it in the middle of the mall or was it in the arcade?
No, it was in the middle of the mall. It was like where one of the kiosks would be.
Right.
Dude.
Next to the water jet massage people, probably.
Yeah, and next to the guy that sells aluminum cans and pens that shocks you. Do you remember those?
Those are great.
Why don't they sell those anymore?
The trickster
Why don't they have
things.
goofy gifts?
I have no idea.
Probably because it's illegal. I would always like, it'd be like my brother, like, you touch the can, you pick up the can, and you go, yeah.
You gotta find one of the real touristy shops down in the Cape to find those.
Yeah, the joke shops.
Yeah,
the Hyannis joke shop. Cheap plug. Get some fake dog poop in an electric can. Anyway, so that's Smart House related because I fucking said so. And
because we watched Smart House and it reminded us of that.
Yeah. Email us at thevhsbandits@gmail.com if you've ever ridden the Beast.
That's the technology that is used in Smart House. Beast technology.
Oh, yeah, that's why. Yay.
By the way, the Cape Cod Mall, I went down last year. I don't know the last time you went to the Cape. I went down last year with my beautiful wife. And that original arcade is not there anymore. But there's like a weird Dave and Bustery place.
Oh, really?
Down in another section of the mall, but it's not good because it's Dave and Bustery. So it's like, hey, win tickets, and also here's some fake time crisis game. Not like the original one across from Barnes & Noble.
Is that still there?
Barnes & Noble's still there, yes.
Ooh.
At least it was as of last year.
2019 would be very happy to hear that.
Oh, I'm sure. Using those rewards.
No, is it Richard T. Poopy Pants? I think we've told that story on the show before. With John, one of our many guests. So go listen to every episode with John and listen to if you want to hear the legend of Richard T. Poopy Pants.
And If you listen to those episodes and we don't talk about it, email us at thevhsbandits@gmail.com.
Richard
So
T.
Smart
Poopy
House.
Pants at smarthouse.com. Yes, Smart House, blah, blah, blah. There, it eats your DNA and then makes you
technology.
smoothies.
Mm-hmm. And if you spill your smoothie, it sucks it up in the floor, which apparently it can just suck up like anything in the floor because there's a weird, I'm guessing, moat kind of thing underneath. Just gets rid of evidence.
That's where the last Smart House went. That's where their mom is. Oh, I have a theory about that. We'll get into that at the end.
Okay.
Because the kid's mom is dead. We've said it before.
We've talked about that.
But you need to know.
She's dead.
She's dead.
She's never coming back.
So
the dad,
everyone's happy about this house now.
The dad and the programmer hit it off. But this kid, Ben, is actively just trying to cockblock his dad.
Yeah, because he's not over his
Hardcore.
mom's death. His dead mom.
Yeah. He's kind of a little bitch about it.
Well, I mean, his mom is dead. So
True.
So I think he's entitled to to have these feelings.
But he's also very hormonal because he's a possibly 12 to 15-year-old.
He's a 12 to 24-year-old.
Yeah. Kid who's just like, I can't do anything because I have to take care of the family. It's like, dude, no one has to do that. And that's kind of, to me, an annoying point in this movie, but it works for the plot because he's just like, family first and everyone else fuck off.
Well, yeah, I mean, except that it's kind of like that at the beginning, but then, like, it's not like the dad is neglecting them at all, though. He's he's very involved in their lives. He drives them to school every morning, and he even makes them breakfast, and he does, the Smart House makes breakfast now, too, but
it makes everything, including accidents, disappear.
Yeah, so then the basic thing is the kid doesn't want his dad getting with this scientist lady just because he's not over it. And I don't know. It's just like it has the Smart House makes some smoothies and shit and like does some
has a
cool
couple
stuff.
malfunctions.
Yeah, it to make oranges start flying out of the.
Yeah. But she's being proficient in other areas where like the dad can work from home, and she's like, if you work from home, you save on commute time and you're 47% more efficient, and you need to get these shipments out today. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And makes the kids great lunches, and
that's pretty much it. It just makes them like food and ice
stuff.
Cream and stuff.
Right.
And
it can play mini golf in the house.
Right. Except not really, because when you hit the ball, it just hits the wall and then almost blinds your father.
True.
Except it made it seem like the little girl could hit the ball into the wall and it would be absorbed.
Which is you made a good point. Maybe it's the mouse hole.
Maybe
that's where it goes.
Maybe it
could be censored.
I don't know.
Who knows? So Ben wants Pat, the house, to be way more motherly so they'll never need another mother ever again. So he programs it to like Nick at Night, the Nick at Night-esque mom block of shows.
Hour.
Yeah. Of, hey, I'm your mom and my three moms and Mama Rama Bahama Tama Bama Mama.
And motherless.com.
So it's motherlovers.redtube.com.
Oh God. Ooh. Yeah, what if he just turned her into a MILF? That'd be a whole different Smart House.
That would be, yeah.
Put your dick in the central vac. And sucks your dick. I don't know. Oh man, that's the commercial for Smart House, for like the real estate company.
Yeah,
it's like the Disney. It's like the Disney cruises. Your kids can get away and have fun while the house sucks your dick on Disney Cruise Line / Smart
Disney Cruise Line.
Smart House. Come by a smart house.
Smart dick sucking rooms.
Suck your dick.
Tickets starting at $5,000.
And this is a good deal.
So yeah, the bully kid is kind of being a real dick, and the house is listening to everything, including but not limited to bathroom trips.
Oh yeah, it analyzes your poop. And
I mean, it's not supposed to be looking at you in the bathroom. It's weird though, because like there's the scene where Ben literally breaks into the safe room with all the programming computers.
Yeah.
With a headlamp and a drill.
Yeah, all he has
Real
to do is
high-tech.
just unscrew the keypad, and then that's how you get into a secured room, I guess.
But it makes it seem like Pat shuts down at a certain point. You would figure she would be like up and running the whole day, 24 hours. No, he got up at night and was real quiet and was able to reprogram her.
Oh, I see. Well, like, why didn't Pat stop him from doing that?
Yeah. It's like if you're quiet enough in the house.
I think this is why. Because there's the AI technology, and that wasn't really in full swing. I mean, it was, but it wasn't like he upped it so that it would learn all this mom stuff from the TV shows. So
he messed up the program.
yeah, so then it became self-aware, whereas before it was just another appliance essentially. But now it's got a mind of its own.
A mind to kill. And one great example of it learning was when the day after it watched all these old mom TV shows, it's like, Ben, you can't go out with your shorts that low. And then gives him little electroshocks.
Like, fuck you, robot mom.
As he's trying to leave the house, he's reaching for the door handle, and it's electrified.
Like a can at the Cape Cod Mall in a kiosk next to some fake dog poop.
Absolutely.
Zap, zap.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it basically locks him in the house until he pulls up his fucking pants.
And then
he's like, everyone wears their shorts like this.
But apparently not him.
Not anymore. Not when
nope.
smart mom house is looking.
Get those pants up, sir.
And so now the house is starting to turn on them because it wants to be the perfect mom. It wants to replace their dead mom and be a robot mom.
The house accesses Ben's email. It's very prevalent at the time. And sends out a party invite.
Ooh, yeah, his email address.
There's a party.
Book. And
electronic mail.
and while the
future.
Yeah, the dad is on a date with the scientist lady. So then they have a party, and Ben's friends show up. Ben has one friend, and then another scene he has two friends. And that's just, and we don't know their names, and they have really nothing to do with the movie. They're just random people.
They just kind of stand on the side.
Yeah.
Except for one of them gets pushed into a locker by the bully.
Yeah, it's just like, oh shit, we forgot to give this kid
the cool
friends.
Kids come.
Anyone comes to the smart. Hey, I think I would love to come to your smart house. Why don't you invite me to your smart house? That bitch comes.
I get an email, with a friend.
Basically the entire school. And
everyone
the bully
dances.
Comes. Oh my God, the dance scenes. Oh yeah, there was this dude. There was the dance scene when, like, it was like in the beginning when the kids were getting acclimated to the smart house. When the daughter, who looks like a tiny little Mr. Burns, by the way.
True.
Excellent. She's dancing to some like crappy pop song.
It's Bewitched. That was the group.
Star Witch.
Yes.
What £? What is it on the telephone? It's like that star symbol.
It's a star.
It's just called star 6785309.
I guess.
Dial down the middle. To call Bewitched. And yeah, so that's playing on the wall. Like the music in this movie is pretty out there. It's very like generic, like Kids Bop. Style.
Very generic.
So this
very, very generic.
this band Bewitched, who if you've ever heard of them, God bless you. I don't know. You're more in touch to the Disney loop. They're like bands that would probably play on Radio Disney or something.
Right.
Anyway,
kid friendly enough.
Yeah. And then when his friends show up at the house and he's like, "What are you guys doing here?" And they're like, "We got invited to your house for a party." And the house is like, "Yes, welcome to the house. It's time to party, blah, blah, blah." And then his other friend is like, "Hey, who said that?" It's just like,
what if a lot of his friends are also
oh my God,
AI?
Wow! I would not be the way that these actors handled their lines. I would not be surprised in the least if they were all robots and artificial.
They're just following the laws of robotics. Show up to party and don't murder until Smart House tells you to.
Oh man!
Because when Smart House at the party tries to murder the bully, which happens, the bully comes in and him and his lackey got a special invite, and Smart House really wanted him there. The bully confronts Ben.
Well, before all that,
hey.
like the party is just so weird and awkward. Like this is one of the best scenes in the movie. Like you have this like unenthusiastic kid who's just like, "Hey, well, okay, it's a party." I don't know. And then
this is probably how you know it's middle school. I can't speak to it really from experience because I've never been to.
I never got invited to a party
or high school party. Yeah, we never got invited to parties.
Hey, we had
just
our
sat home and
parties.
watched Smart House. No kids are getting crazy or drinking beer or smoking crack cocaine or anything. I don't know.
Do you kids want some beer? I'm a cool house.
I'm a cool mom house. They're all very awkward, which is middle school. There you go. Makes most sense.
Yeah. But so the house is like, let's put on MPV, Music Party Vision, or Music Party Channel is what they put on. And then some other crummy boy band comes on, as if fucking 12-year-olds listen to boy band. And then like these three boys like start like a choreographed dance. And
which is the same dance that the fake boy band on the TV is doing.
Right. And like, I'm sorry, but if you listen to boy bands in middle school, I mean, you're probably not a boy, right? And you definitely don't do
anyway.
You don't do choreographed dance sequences with your pals. I don't know. If you did, email us at thevhsbandits@gmail.com and send us any video evidence you have.
Yeah, send us your boy band videos, please.
Oh, man. The video that you made at the mall to send to your girlfriend. Like Doug, and then he ended up with Mr. Bowen's yodeling video. Did that ever happen to you? If you want tickets to Murray Sunday, or I don't know. Anyway. Whose house is it? Find out next week on Maury. Where are we? Oh yeah, and then so the girl that he likes
took your DNA, and it turns out the house owns you now.
The house is the father and the mother and the alpha and the omega. The house is your god.
The house is a 10-foot reptilian.
I ain't ever seen no 3-story talking house. Making smoothies on command.
Using Dr. Octopus arms to probe you while you sleep.
I'm going to move to Mexico and lose all my hair. I love him.
Me too. Me too. Jesse Ventura is the best.
You get your dick sucked by a house vacuum, it turns you into a sexual tyrannosaurus, just like me in this house. And this kid dancing to boy band, Radio Disney music.
So the house,
but his girlfriend shows
goes
up
after the bully. Oh yeah, the girlfriend shows
and
up,
she's as
and they're
unenthusiastic
hitting it
as
off
ever.
because she's just interested
In snacks,
in him because he got the house. It's that typical. Hey, he's rich now kind of thing.
Yeah,
Because you got to think. I mean, they got this house. They sold their other house, or in the process of selling their other house. Like that's just
cash
extra
money in the bank, and they got a free house.
That's right.
And it's like the
No mortgage.
mm-mm.
My goodness, what I would give
property
for no
taxes
mortgage.
probably paid for at least a year.
Right.
So they're living high and mighty. And
That's right.
so the moral is be
drinking
rich
smoothies.
and be rich and you're cool. Yeah. So if you're in middle
Yeah.
school, just be rich and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Look how it worked out for us too.
That's why we never were invited to parties. We were definitely not
Nope.
the rich kids in our high school and middle school. And
Yeah.
and then like it was so weird. Like that's when like rich kids started moving to our town and like McMansions started popping up. And like we lived in the
Yeah.
old section of town. And then I don't know. It was very surreal. It was this bunch of like rich people and then us.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was weird.
All because we couldn't afford Abercrombie and Fitch or American Eagle.
Hey, this kid
We
had
to
an
get our
American Eagle
stuff
shirt on.
What?
We wore anti-Crombie and Jinkos.
That's right. One pair of Jenko jeans that got washed every Saturday, and
That's
had
right.
to wear them because they still cost $80.
Did they? No way.
They're
Anyone
pretty expensive.
$80 pants for me.
Maybe my mom just made them out to be more expensive to make excuses to buy the rest of my wardrobe at Old Navy, but
I did all my back to school shopping at JCPenney.
ooh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where a kid can dress ugly. Anyway, where are
where
we?
you
in
get
this house?
clothes that are really neat.
Yeah, I mean they're neat. They're
They're
clothes. They're ironed in the store. And so the bully, yeah, but the kid is just like wooing this girl, and he gives her like snacks. He's like, hey, smart house, make some cake. That's gonna put these girls to sleep.
And then remember to put them in my room.
Yeah, so he drugs these two girls, with Worcester cream cake. And oh, that sounds even grosser.
Delicious cream of breakfast pastry.
Cream of Worcester soup. Anyway, so then the bully comes in. So I know you've been talking about this bully, and I just sidetracked us for the rest of the party. So finish the bully stuff.
So the house talks to the bully, singles him out, and then tries to electrocute him with thunderbolts or lightning bolts. And the kid runs away, and then it like throws him out of the house with the big arm and threatens him.
Yeah.
To drop a house on him.
Oh no! It said, what did it say? It had a pretty good line. I don't fucking know what it was, but it was like an action movie one-liner the house was saying to the bully.
You mess with him again, don't forget, the house always wins.
It wasn't that, but that's even better. Sorry, I just hit the microphone. That's even better.
Oh, that's right.
Oh man. Wow, that's when I remake this movie as the like Blumhouse tilt version where The house just kills everyone. That's the tagline. Wow, that's great.
Well, that's what it starts to do after this.
Oh my God, yeah, this house is trying to kill everybody.
Yeah, because the dad comes home and they clean everything up in a matter of 2 minutes.
Because they throw everything on the floor and then it sucks up all the evidence.
But they forgot to put one coat from
some random person. They could have just said, "Oh, that's my old coat." You forgot it.
Yeah, no idea.
But then the dad gets fucking pissed
and says, "House, you got to be the gatekeeper here.
Oh yeah,
you got to lay down the law, and it becomes the law.
My house, my rules."
And that's when it gets pretty strict. And doesn't want the programmer around, kicks her out, and I forget a lot of the things it did. But it forces, it shuts down the telecommunications of the house. So like the dad, I think it does, that might be when it shocks the kid, or was it before that? I don't know. I think this part was after that whole shocking thing that we talked about. I think it was after the party. Yeah. The kid getting, maybe.
I don't fucking know.
I can't remember exactly. Yeah.
But, and then, so it's strict on the kids now, and then it's strict on the dad too. So the dad is working from home and he's trying to order some baseballs or whatever for his baseball company. And then
but he had a great date last night and he wanted to call the programmer back.
Yeah.
And the house is like, no, you should work.
I can't let you do that, Alan. Or whatever your name is. Smart dad.
Smart dad.
And he's like, just let me, I'm just going to call my girlfriend. And the house is like, no, you must work forever. And then he's like, all right, I'll just call myself. And he picks up the phone and it's like, not this time.
I can't.
And
then he picks up his cell phone and she's jammed the signal.
Yeah. And so this house is, it's really taking over their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And long story short, it traps everyone. It traps the family inside.
Yeah, when the kids come home.
Trips and alarms steal over the doors and windows and everything.
Yeah, right. What is another movie that this happens in? Oh, man, I forget. But all the windows have big steel fucking, I don't know, fucking walls. Just go boom, 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 and lock up the entire house. And there's no escaping.
And then the house has a physical manifestation.
Yeah, and they somehow get in touch with the scientist lady and she realizes what's going on, but the smart house doesn't let her in and they're being held captive. And then the mouse gives them a note. I don't know. The scientist lady,
the mouse
sends her mouse
with a note to Ben, the kid, just being like, "Hey, here's a plan. Send me an IM."
Yeah, so he gets.
And he's up late again with his Apple laptop
and his dog, who we thought might have been murdered by the house, but the dog is still alive. Otherwise, Kevbot would give this a 0.
Yeah.
And so has the smart house manifested into the hologram mother yet? It might as well have. So he was just in.
Yes, it did. It did that after the party when it was starting to get strict. Okay, this is what happened. And the programmer lady was there. And the hologram house went into Ben's room and was like, "Hey, I'm your real mom now." And he's like, "Ah," and ran to the parents, ran to the dad, and the dad was like, "You just fell asleep." And then right. And turned into 12 moms and pushed the programmer out. And that's how the programmer knew she had to get back in to do stuff.
Yeah, house stuff.
And it's frightening everybody. And
she
it,
like multiplies. She's like, I can do something your dead mother could never do. Multiply into multiple mothers. And then she's just like turns into a bunch of different holograms in the kitchen. And
holds them hostage.
You know, like a good
you will
mother
love me
would.
or else.
She's got some serious
Stockholm syndrome will
postpartum depression. She's gonna bake these kids in the oven and put them in the minivan and push it in the river.
She'll make them into smoothies.
And then absorb
They'll
them into the
down
floorboards.
Yeah.
And no one will know. How many other kids are in those floorboards?
I'm guessing at least 3.
At least. With the prototypes, the other family that they tested this out
3.
with.
It'll hide evidence pretty well. It got rid of that party in 2 minutes, and you telling me that a dead body couldn't go down there? I don't believe it.
Yeah, it took a pillow, could take a dead body.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
and squishy.
And
the programmer makes her way in somehow.
Oh, so what happens
the paperboy
is
came around again.
Right. The kid, the note from the mouse was a plan for a distraction. So Ben is like, "Oh, my appendix hurts. Mom, please help." So then it's distracting hologram mom, and she's looking after him like, "Oh no." So they use that time to, the paper boy throws the paper shittily again. And, there's like when the fucking like Dr. Octopus hand comes out of the house, there's this like big hole that it comes out of, this like metal sphincter. And so the scientist jumps into the sphincter while it's still open, and then she tries to get into the computer room
with a super fancy James Bond laser.
Yeah, from Staples. Behind the glass.
From where?
From Staples. When this is like when laser pointers were like $1,000, and they were locked up behind the glass at Staples.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you couldn't bring them to sporting events or live events.
Or school.
And they could take out your eye.
Yeah, and then you have
school.
You have the attachment that turns it into a naked lady.
Or a smiley face. Really?
Yeah.
They did naked lady ones? I never saw that.
Well, I think Tom had a naked lady one.
I guess I never went to the right stores down at the Cape.
Yeah.
I never went behind the mall.
You never gave a ride to a random wanderer in exchange for a watch behind the Cape Cod Mall? No? Oh,
I never did.
Well, you haven't lived, Kevbot.
I guess I just haven't experienced Cape life like that before.
No, you don't want to. And neither do I. But we know someone who did.
We sure do.
Richard T. Poopy Pants. And then so she gets into the house. She tries to break in, but Smart House catches her. She's too smart and too house. So she catches her.
It's too many holograms. Holographic holograms.
And they just really have a stern talking to the house. And the house like turns into a tornado and like turns the sprinkler system on and is like, house mad, house kill. And then
the kid is like, you can't be my real mom because you terrified my family. And get feelings, house.
Yeah.
And the house gives a real Blade Runner-esque speech of like, you wouldn't believe the things I've seen in this house. The things I've created. All waste away like tears in the rain. All the dead bodies I've covered up from prototypes.
Oh, man. That's too good.
I'll be a good house from now on.
Sure. Smart house. So then Smart House is defeated, I guess she just allows herself to be reprogrammed, I think.
My weakness, my ability to learn and feel.
My only weakness, being unplugged. Yeah, why don't they shut the power down?
I have no idea. I'm sure they addressed that, but
I'm sure they did not. I don't think they addressed that once.
Hey, National Grid, cut the power for like a half hour.
Yeah, all right. Have you tried unplugging your house and plugging it back in? Is your house trying to murder you and your entire family?
It seemed to work before when it had the smoothie issue.
It's true. So Smart House gets reprogrammed, I guess, to not be a bitch and a murderer.
All because of Ben's reprogramming to watch old TV shows and learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's parenting advice right there, you've learned a lot. Don't take parenting advice from old TV shows. Super outdated, and your house will try to kill you.
Yep. And then, so everything is fine. It's like the next morning or whenever, and like the kid is fine that his mom's dead now, and he's accepted his dad, like being in love with this scientist lady, and the dad's making breakfast, and there is a huge plate of sausages.
There's a lot of meat prepared in this. They're having dinner one night.
That's not the only sausage that's being served tonight.
Oh yeah, with those vacuum systems.
Sausages. And he's making breakfast, and he's made waffles, and then the little girl, he's like, I made these all by myself, no Smart House to do it. And the little girl's like, chocolate chip chocolate chip waffles, excellent, my favorite. And
release the hounds.
And then the dad's like, I didn't put chocolate chips in here, and I'm pretty sure it was rat shit.
Yeah. Suspicious amount of rat holes in this house.
Yeah. And then the boy Ben is like, oh, I think I know who put rat shit chocolate chips in your fucking waffles. And then the Smart House mom is on the smart
chocolate rat
TV.
shits.
Rat shit. Rat shit waffles, my favorite. Cream of breakfast, rat shit.
And then everything's hunky-dory, and that's the movie.
Yeah, then you get the end credits theme song, which plays like several times throughout the movie, too. Smart house. Is your house so smart? It's Smart House or some bullshit. I don't know. It's Smart House.
Jumping in the house, and the house is jumping, and the house is smart because we're really smart. Smart House.
Smart House. And then at the end credit, the best part is that it's like a hit, like a cool hip hop song for the teens. And like in the credits, it's written by like Harry Leibowitz. Oh man, I would love to go to a Harry Leibowitz show and have him serenade the audience with the Smart House theme song.
Play Smart House.
Smart House.
Instead of everyone yelling Freebird, Smart House.
Oh man. And that's fucking Smart House. Get smart, get house.
Get house. Get house or get out.
Yeah. All right. Do you know what the here, I'll look up IMDb and you look up
you
already got it?
Got IMDb.
All right, I'll look up Amazon.
I do.
I'll look up on Amazon. So on IMDb, I think this is a fucking good movie. I really enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I was going to.
IMDb has over 6,000 ratings for this movie.
Oh, boy.
I'll be a little surprised if it has an Amazon rating because I don't think it ever made it to DVD. Disney DVD.
You'd be surprised because it does.
Whoa.
All right. So let's do what do you think the Amazon rating is since we're on the subject?
I think the Amazon rating is 4.4.
Whoa.
out of 5 stars.
Dude. You're very close. I think, it might be 4.5. I think it is. I don't know. There's 4 and then a little bit of more stars. So I think 4.5. I don't know if they do increments of, in 0.1.
I think they do, but yeah.
Because I'm only...
There's a way to see it. I don't know.
Well, it's 4... Oh, here it is. 4.6. 4.6 out of 5. You were very close. Very close.
Very
Almost
close.
660 reviews. No VHS on Amazon, but
a DVD?
But a DVD, or watch it on Disney Plus, or just get it on VHS for these fucking cool ass trailers and CGI limousine experience.
Hell yeah. All right, what do you think the IMDb rating is?
I'm going to say 7. I think this is probably highly regarded in the IMDb community.
Close, but you went over. It's a 6.3.
Shit. Fuck.
But still pretty good.
All right. What do you want to rate this out of? Cream of breakfast soups.
Out of rat shit chocolate chips.
Rat shit, chocolate chip, smart house. Is your house so smart? Yeah.
You're eating shit.
Limp Bizkit doing the smart house theme song. Yeah. Smart house. And the chocolate flavored chocolate chip rat shit waffles, baby.
Let's do breakfast, cream of breakfast pastas.
Breakfast pasta, cream of breakfast pasta soups. Okay.
Out of 10 cream of breakfast pasta cream pastas, what would you give it?
Oh man, dude, I really like this movie. I think I'm gonna give it 9 cream of breakfast pasta soups. This was good. It was fucking fun. It's like a horror movie. It's it pretty much is a horror movie.
It's borderline.
As close to a Disney Channel original TV movie can be. And I'm not talking like Halloween Town and that type of thing. That's not, that's like kids horror, I guess, like horror themes and stuff. But this is like a straight up fucking life is on the line.
If this were a Goosebumps story, it would be a bit darker. You could take this same kind of story and make it
I think this is
real dark.
Dude, I'm going to go one step further and say this isn't even Goosebumps. This is Fear Street.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Fear Street all the way.
Fear Street.
So yeah, for those reasons, I'm in.
Nice.
What about you?
I'm gonna give it a 9 and a quarter. 9.25.
Wow, you liked a movie more than I did.
Cream of breakfast pasta cereal breakfast pasta ronies.
Holy shit! This is a miracle.
I do. I enjoy it. Clearly, because I watched it last month.
And you didn't say no to watching it again.
And I didn't say no to watching it again. I was like, hell yeah, I want to watch it.
Oh, man.
Disney original movies around this time has got some solid content. You got Johnny Tsunami. You got Brink, the Xenon movies.
We need to do more of these.
Yeah.
Because I never really watched them when they were on TV, except maybe 1 or 2, but...
Well, when people were out at parties on Friday night, I was home watching Disney original movie.
I was at Friendlies with my dad.
So yeah, and man, if it took a dark twist, it could go higher.
Oh yeah.
If it jumped that line, there was a bit more blood besides the tiny itty bitty little bit tracked for the 5G microchips. Then this could have been a perfect movie. It's fun to watch it. It makes me feel like an awkward middle schooler again. Cause that was 99 was like 6th,
we were
7th grade.
That was 7th grade. Yeah.
7th grade, yeah. So around there, prime
awkward middle school.
Yep. Made me wish I had some money in a smart house.
Hey, man.
Where I almost get murdered.
Now, I mean, it's almost a reality.
It is, yeah. That's like the perfect thing for a middle schooler at that time. You're just like, man, I would be so cool, or I would just die, and that would be fine too, because
I'm sad.
I'm just an emotional pre-teenager, and fuck it all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go listen to more Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. That was 2 years later, but this was what was their second album?
$3 Bill Y'all?
No, $3 Bill Y'all was the first label release anyway, and then
Significant Other.
Yeah, Significant Other. This was the Nookie era. I gotta say, I didn't really love that album.
Just
really
the
leaned into
TRL hits.
The singles were, they're catchy. But the rest of it,
I was a little more of a Korn fan than Limp Bizkit.
I know, but 1999 sucked for new metal. Welcome to the new metal podcast, guys. So, dude, I was all about fucking Korn, Limp Bizkit, and fucking Slipknot and shit. And then 1999 rolls around. We had like two of the coolest albums, Follow the Leader and fucking $3 Bill Y'all. And then both of the albums after that, Issues and Significant Others, kind of sucked.
Huge successes for the bands as follow-ups.
Oh yeah,
but
not as good musically.
I can see that. Yeah.
I mean, I liked them and I fucking wore them out in my CD player, but I was not as impressed as I was with their previous work. Although Chocolate Starfish, that is a great album. I will defend Chocolate Starfish.
I just didn't. I never got into that groove. I think I got it and listened to the hits a couple times, and I was like, I just put Significant Other back in. And
maybe we should do a bonus episode on fucking Fred Durst shit.
We could just start a new metal podcast.
We could.
An offshoot,
dude. I've got the Korn documentary on VHS, so we could do that sometime. Sweet. We've never done a music video compilation before. I've got all the fucking
perfect,
the green Jello shit too.
Oh,
I don't know why
that'd be a great one.
We'd have to wait for Dane to get back on that one, but dude, we got to do green Jello. What do you guys think? Email us at thevhsbandits@gmail.com if you want us to do either green Jello, the Korn movie, or some sort of Fred Durst Limp Bizkit thing. Yeah.
Is there a Family Values Tour VHS?
Oh, there's got to be. I don't have one, but I mean, what are we gonna say? And then they played Outside, and then Aaron Lewis was like, "Fred Durst, can you push over a little bit?" And then he's like, "No, let me take credit for the song." Yeah.
I found them. Same thing with Puddle of Mud. Yeah.
And same thing with Taproot, but they didn't want to be signed to my label. No. So then I got mad, and then I made...
They kept rolling to another label.
And I directed that one Stain video. Home. It was a good video, yeah. Anyway, sorry. Oh, man. So, hey.
Welcome to the Fred Durst Bandits. VHS Bandits After Dark.
Please make some sort of logo for the Fred Durst Bandits. Oh my god! For Halloween, we'll be the Fred Durst Bandits.
I was Fred Durst for Halloween one year.
Oh wow! Seriously or ironically?
Seriously.
Wow,
probably around that time.
Yeah, I wanted to be Jonathan Davis, but I didn't throw the costume together. I have a track record of being only Nickelodeon cartoon characters, so.
That is not true. You were also a Burger King Kids Club member at one point.
Yeah, well, I mean, like even like when I was a kid, I was like very nostalgic for like the year before, you know, like only like nostalgia stuff. Like I was Pee-wee
Gotcha.
and I was Quail Man and, you know, all that shit. And Powdered Toast
gotcha.
Man. What was your favorite?
Powdered Toast Man.
What was your favorite Halloween costume?
That's a good.
Got to be Fred Durst. Do you have any pictures of
question.
you as Fred Durst?
I don't know if I do.
Smart house. Does Kevbot have any pictures of Fred Durst? Put them on all the walls.
Hey, Topher's Alexa. I got to imagine somewhere.
Oh man, I would love to see those.
But I don't remember. I know, like, in first or second grade, one of my favorite costumes was a Wolverine costume, which was like the plasticky jumpsuit and the super duper plastic.
Flammable, like it's made out of the like picnic table cloth. Where it's fuzzy on the inside,
then, like,
plastic on the outside.
Cellophane mask looking thing, but it had a claw.
Ooh.
And the claw would pop out, and it was like, hell yeah.
Oh, that's fucking rad,
I'm
man.
Wolverine. Because you'd push it out, and then like you could push it against something, so it would go back in.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's like, just like Wolverine.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
Did you kill anybody?
No. Not as many people as Smart House.
Did you defend anybody's lives against the Smart House?
I beat a Sentinel.
Oh, good.
In the X-Men video. As Wolverine. And then some classic favorites are the food costumes that still hang in my closet.
Right.
Lots of food costumes.
Oh, yeah.
This took a weird turn, but that's all right.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, man. Hey, so we got to give a shout out to some of our patrons. Who enjoy bonus episodes and all sorts of VHS goodness, mainly bonus episodes and early access to regular episodes. So if you want to be a patron, just go on to patreon.com/VHS Bandits and check it out. So we wanted to give credit to some of our patrons today. We've got Captain James T. Kaiser of the Good Ship Barbecue Boat. And then obviously
barbecue boat.
Our Mike Fluffer, Bert Sazerac.
Thanks, Bert.
And then a few...
His microphones are very fluffy.
Oh, it's so fluffed, dude. I think it couldn't have been fluffed better even in the central vac of the Smart House. I am locked and ready for that.
Those Smart House HVAC people work wonders. Setting that up.
And Trivia with Buds, which is a awesome podcast that you should all check out. He does a lot of fucking trivia. Ryan Buds. So check out Trivia with Buds. That is an awesome podcast. We've talked about him before. He's been a guest on the show. And then, of course, super fan Jim Alicata. And then he's been on the show, too, multiple times. So check out all of those episodes. And then we got James, a.k.a. Meat Cleaver Max. Check him out on Instagram. Fucking rad shit. And then Kevin James, who was just on one of our episodes as well. See, if you're a Patreon, you could be on one of our episodes. We all become friends. It's just a community. I mean, we've known Kevin James for quite a long time. But otherwise, and it's just a nice little community we've got building over there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
So thanks to all those awesome Patreon members.
Yeah, so go listen to Kevin James's episode too if you haven't already. It's fucking rad.
That was a great
Deep
episode.
Rising.
Yeah.
So
Rising.
good. And he's got, dude, again, on the episode, we kind of go over it a lot, but I love everything Kevin James makes. It's so fucking good.
Also, Deep Rising, great horror movie. Tentacles in that one too.
Lots
of tentacles.
Oh, man. All right. Thanks for listening, dudes. Take us out, Kevbot.
All right. Thank you again, everybody, especially our Patreon members, for listening to this episode of VHS Bandits. I'm the Kevbot.
I'm the Topher Hansen House.
As always, be kind and rewind.